What is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we are using the Xerndon Groudon team once again with Xerndon, Groudon, Tapu Koko, Volcorona, Amoonguss, and Incineroar, which was a team that Scar used to win a Japanese tournament. And yeah, I don't have the exact sets, but like it's pretty close, I think. So yeah, we're going to be using this team and see how it goes. But if you haven't checked out the previous episode, I highly recommend go check it out because man, this team got off to what I assumed would be a good start, but yeah, well, you could just go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, otherwise we do have the like goal for this video and all the other videos. We use this team 175 likes. That's the like goal for this video and all the other episodes we use Xerndon. If we do hit it within the 2 weeks of the final episode being uploaded, we will have a QR code of this team. And again, I didn't exactly have time to build many of my own teams because of the fact that I am going to Australia at the time I am recording this. The time you're watching this, actually, I'm probably already on my way to Australia, or I'm in Australia by now. And yeah, so I have to bulk record these, and I didn't exactly have time to get the new team. So yeah, we got Amy here with a Incineroar, Toxicroak, Kartana, Tapu Koko, the Kyogre, and Lunala. So pretty standard Lunala team. What do I want to go here? Xerndon is fine. It does a good amount of damage. Groudon's good here too if I can get it positioned well. Incineroar is pretty good too. Volcorona probably not so much. It's just gonna depend on, is that maybe a Scarf on the Kyogre? Let's see, Incineroar is good here, I think. I kind of just want to lead Xerndon Incineroar right away because I think it's very effective. Yeah, Xerndon Incineroar is fine. Don't really like my own Tapu Koko, although it's decent in this matchup. I just don't like it because of the fact that I probably deny my own Amoonguss. So yeah, I'm gonna go Groudon. Of course, if I was to bring Tapu Koko, it'd probably be over the Amoonguss slot. Yet I want to try this lead out because I'm pretty sure, like, usually the standard lead for this team is Tapu Koko plus Lunala, especially if it's the Assault Vest Tapu Koko, or maybe an Electric Seed Lunala, or both. So we'll see, because this Emu could be on Kyogre, Lunala, or Tapu Koko. It could even be on the Kartana, but I kind of doubt it's on the Kartana. We'll see how this goes though, because my game plan is basically, if this is Trick Room, yeah, I bring Amoonguss. If it's not Trick Room, if it's Tailwind option, ooh, if it's Tailwind, well, I guess if I Geomancy, it kind of covers for a bunch. So we'll bring in the Incineroar plus the Kartana Incineroar, which is a really interesting lead here. Who's Intimidate goes up first? Variora. This game's really slow. What the heck? Okay, mine's is faster, which is nice. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Focus Sash Kartana, which is pretty common on these teams. I think what I want to do here is, let's see. Probably I assume you're going to try to exchange Fake Outs here, which I don't think is really that beneficial to me. I could U-turn to Kartana. I could just go straight for the Fake Out. I could even protect Xerndon and just go for a Flare Blitz and a Kartana, which isn't actually that bad of a play here. I guess the question is, A, does Incineroar Roar Snarl? B, does the Kartana knock off or something like that? Geomancy wouldn't be too bad here. I kind of just want to switch out into Amoonguss, I think, and just U-turn the Kartana. Because I really want to break a Sash on Kartana. And I feel like, if anything, you might want to Tailwind here with Kartana. I guess I could see Protect from Kartana too, but I think that would be okay for me. Because then I could just get a free Spore in Incineroar. Because I don't think you'd be able to knock out the Amoonguss afterward. Incineroar reveals Protect. Why is it protecting turn 1? I could have faked out Kartana and Geomancied. Yeah, why did... Okay, Smart Strike. I got a U-turn off into Kartana. Break a Sash. I don't get that play. Okay. We'll get in Xerndon here. That Smart Strike actually did a lot. Is that Bandit? Wait, that Smart Strike did way too much. That has to be Bandit Kartana. There's no way Smart Strike did that much. Okay, it has to be Bandit. Yeah. Alright, so it's Bandit Kartana actually. That's good to know. So Sporty Incineroar and just getting Incineroar again. Because I'll be able to get Intimidate off into Kartana. I'll be able to intimidate this Incineroar. I don't want to take a Bandit Smart Strike. Oh, okay. This game already got into an interesting start. We're going to get the Incineroar in. Get the Intimidate off into the Kartana and the Incineroar once again. So there should be no way my opponent knocks out the Amoonguss at the range it's at. Unless he double up the Amoonguss, but then I'm fine. I probably just fake out the Kartana and Geo at that point. That has to be Bandit. That's doing way too much. Flare Blit's going to come out into the Amoonguss. Yeah, which survives. Actually, barely. That's an offensive Incineroar. Spore into the Incineroar. Okay. I want to keep the Amoonguss alive for redirection. Is it better just to go Xerneas here and fake out? I think it is better to just go Xerneas and fake out. Even though this position is not exactly the best for me, I think it's just worth keeping Amoonguss alive just for one redirection. Incineroar should... I don't know, if that's an offensive Incineroar, it might be in range of Dazzling Gleam too. I'm just worried if my opponent crits me, because if my opponent gets a crit, that's annoying, but we should be able to get Geomancy up, and then we should be able to U-turn the Incineroar the following turn, get an Amoonguss, and then we get to click Dazzling Gleam and Spore. Yeah. I think that's what I want to go for. Like, that's the plan I'm fighting for right now, since my opponent kind of led this. So, I'm going to lead Xerneas. Let's see if Incineroar switches out or anything. We're going to see the Baora, which doesn't matter, fake out into Kartana. I mean, it has to be Bandit. It just did way too much damage to my Pokemon so far. So we're going to say Sleep. I mean, with these both of these Pokemon at -2. I could also Protect go U-turn out into Amoonguss, I guess, and then bring out Incineroar again. But... am I that patient? I feel like that just gives my opponent an opportunity just to switch out into something more threatening, like a Scarf Kyogre. So I'd rather just hard U-turn here. And Geomancy. Because I don't think a Smart Strike and a Flare Blitz will knock out Xerneas at all at the range I'm at. But then again, I'm not a bulky Xerneas. I'm only a 4 HP variant, so... yeah, that could be, I guess, a bit scary. Let's see here. And again, I'm just praying for no crit, because a crit would be super annoying here. But, I mean, no matter what, even if I switched out Incineroar and Amoonguss Protect and then switch back in Instant, I'd still have to go based on the crit anyway. So it's basically hope there's no crit involved. We are going to see a Smart Strike in the Xerneas, which, yeah, doesn't really do too much thanks to the fact that that Kartana is at -2. But that's definitely Bandit damage. We will get a Geomancy up. And since it was a Protect Incineroar, I'm hoping it's not a Roar. Because... you want to assume Incineroar has Fake Out, right? Unless it doesn't for some reason, then it's like, what the heck is this Incineroar? Get the Geomancy up. And when you turn the Incineroar, and that should put in range of Dazzling Gleam because it looks like it's an offensive Incineroar. Yeah. So we'll go Amoonguss here, and then we get to click Spore in the Kartana slot and Dazzling Gleam. And either we pick up a KO or we put something to sleep and get a lot of damage onto it. I could also go Incineroar, actually. Okay, there are two plays I could do it for. One is that Spore play. I don't think my opponent's ever switching out, because my opponent's never switched out. So I could actually just go for a switch with Amoonguss to get more regenerative health, too. So I got a few options here. I got to prioritize on, like, what I want. I think getting Incineroar in isn't too bad here, because I'll be able to get... I'm gonna go Incineroar here, actually, and just a Dazzling Gleam. Because I want the Fake Out Pressure, and the Regenerative Health seems so useful. And then I'll have Fake Out Pressure again, which doesn't seem bad to me at all. Then again, like... maybe Amoonguss was useful, but we're gonna see the Kartana Retreat, which is perfect. Lunala? Oh, give me that Shadow Shield. I'll gladly take that Shadow Shield. Retreat Amoonguss into the Incineroar here. Like, I see what my opponent's trying to do. Like, you're trying to stack your Incineroar here, And then you get in Cortana, and then I'm forced to choose between Gleam, which might not knock out your Lunala. You might be able to get Tailwind up for Kyogre, or you're gonna make me Moonblast Lunala, which wouldn't be that good for me. Yeah. So we are able to knock out the Incineroar here. And now whatever's coming in, I mean, I just fake out the Kyogre, click Moonblast into the Lunala slot. Yeah, like I don't see a reason not to just go for that play. I mean, it's super safe here. If Cortana comes out, I just fake out Moonblast anyway. Like I don't see a reason not just to click fake out Moonblast. We're gonna see a Kyogre come in, which is fine. I mean, if you have Protect, you go for a double. You go for Protect here. If you don't have Protect and you have Wide Guard, you might go for a Wide Guard here and attempt to hope I go for Gleam here. The play is always just a fake out anyway and just go for the Moonblast, which should be able to knock out Lunala at that range. I'm hoping, since this is max special attack in Xerneas. I'm not really that worried about Trick Room either. Tailwind's a little bit annoying, but I don't think I'd really mind that either. Lunala's gonna Protect, which is good Protect, so I'm gonna guess it's a double Protect here. Oh, it's not a double Protect. Fake out into the Kyogre, which weakens its damage for a Water Spout, so that's good. I mean, we're gonna go Groudon here and just click Moonblast into the Lunala slot. Yeah. We're just gonna go from Moonblast into Lunala, and it should be able to pick up the knockout here, and then Groudon basically denies my Xerneas going down to this Kyogre, so as long as we get the knockout on Lunala, I feel very good about our position. Yeah. So we'll switch out Incineroar here, we'll go into Groudon, we get the Sun up once again, weaken the power of the Kyogre, and then Moonblast the Lunala, and hopefully it will be able to pick up the knockout, which I would assume so at the range is that. Goes for a double Protect, fails. So that should be fine for me as we get a Moonblast off. Yeah, it just knocks out the Lunala. And the Kyogre gonna go for Origin Pulse. That does absolutely nothing to my Xerneas. And then Cortana comes in and we get to click. I mean, Gleam should be able to knock out the Cortana since it is banded. I'd rather click Moonblast anyway. It's just safer. Just safer to get rid of Cortana. Because once I get rid of Cortana, Amoonguss wins. I guess you could say about Kyogre, if I get rid of Kyogre, my Instant could technically win. But the thing is, I could get crit. But then again, I have like multiple Pokemon to attack here. So I'm just going to go Amoonguss here and Moonblast to Cortana. Like, I don't see a drawback to this play because we'll be able to knock out the Cortana. Kyogre's not doing any damage to my team. And Amoonguss will be able to win at this point, even if it's like a Blizzard Kyogre, I guess. So we'll retreat Groudon into Amoonguss. And Moonblast. Kyogre gonna protect you. Oh, it's not Scarf, okay. But, I mean, we get a Moonblast off into Cortana, and that should 100% pick up the knockout. Unless it was Solvest all along, but the damage it did just indicates banned, as Cortana does go down, and now we get to click Moonblast into Grass Knot, and that'll be a good game because my opponent doesn't have a out to this. Yeah, so we'll go for the Moonblast here. We'll go for a Grass Knot, and that's going to be a good game. My opponent doesn't have an out. Luckily, I don't know. The lead was just, I think, really good for me because my opponent didn't exactly try to position Kyogre in when I had Incineroar. I guess maybe afraid of the Groudon switch always. But, like, with that lead, I was just able to set up Xerneas eventually. Get a free, I was basically able just to get Xerneas set up for free, and then by the time the heavy hitters came on the field, I was already set up, and yeah, especially since my opponent, Shadow Shield was already broken on the Lunala, like there wasn't really much my opponent could do here, as Moonblast is actually just able to knock out the Kyogre. It looks like it's a frail Kyogre, as we are able to pick up a win here, which is great. So we are able to pick up the first win of today's episode. Bandit Cortana. Oh. Again, I don't get the Protect play turn one because, like, why wouldn't you trade fake outs? What was the point of getting fake out? Like, that's just a question I don't understand. I think every other play kind of makes sense for my opponent other than that one fake out. I mean, one protect turn. Because, like, I don't see a reason not for you just to click fake out. You want to assume it has fake out on Incineroar, right? Because, like, that's what Incineroar does. I'd be really shocked if there was no fake out on the Incineroar, but yeah, it should have fake out. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, there's going to be a bit of questioning. As we got our next opponent from Japan, 1656 rating. Let's see. What a cool team. That's a very cool team. Solgaleo, Salamence, Yveltal, Manectric, Serena, and Gastrodon. Wow. That's a really cool team. Let me just say, this is really unique. Huh. So this matchup isn't like too bad. Volcorona does pretty well here along with Xerneas. Yeah, Volcorona Xerneas is probably my lead here because I really like that lead against my opponent. I'd probably bring Amoonguss in the back just because, like, I think the Gastrodon could be annoying if it's Clear Smog. Incineroar would be nice for the Yveltal, but and the Serena, but otherwise I don't think it's necessary. I want Growl on the back too, and the Amoonguss for the Spore and the redirection. Tapu Koko's not that great here, really not that great here actually. And Incineroar, it could do work, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So we'll see how this goes. It's kind of funny because it's like Salamence and Manectric. You would assume that you know, this is like Ultra because like the Mega formats would be pretty good on this team, but since they're not Megas, I wonder what it means. I wonder if it's a weakness policy on the Solgaleo. That could be an indicator, but let's see what my opponent decides to do here as we'll lead our Xerneas plus Volcorona here against the Manectric Yveltal. Okay. Could be Eerie Impulse on the Manectric. I wonder if it's Oblivion Wing on the Yveltal. Or maybe it's a double Snarl? Question mark? I'm gonna go Amoonguss here. And just protect Xerneas, because then I'd be able to fire off a Spore. Or a Rage Powder, depending on the sets, because I really don't know what to expect here. I guess it could be Eerie Impulse from the Manectric too. Which is why I kind of want to redirect it if I can get that option. We'll go Amoonguss here, we'll protect our Xerneas. So... Switcheroo. Oh, okay. It's like a Specs or something. Snarl gonna come out, which is fine. Okay. So I guess this got interesting because it has to be Specs, right? Unless it's Scarf. I mean, my prediction here is that you shouldn't... I don't want a Geomancy, actually, because I kind of want a Geomancy in the late game. And I don't want to deal with the Snarls. I think Manectric would want to switch out regardless, too. So I think I'm actually going to Spore Yveltal, because I expect Manectric to maybe switch out. But it just goes for the Switcheroo, which I think is fine, because I don't need my item specifically. Let's see. Oh, sure, Scarf Manectric. Which is fine, too, because Moonblast is just going to obliterate a bunch of things anyway. Oh, it's not Assault Vest on Yveltal. At least I don't think it is. Oblivion Wing going to come out, which is fine too. Wait, I could have really just Rage Powered Geomancy there. My opponent would have given me that. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, that works out. Like, Yveltal's asleep now, and that's a pretty annoying Pokemon to deal with for my Volcorona. I mean, Scarf actually kind of is like the same thing, because I'm going to be clicking Moonblast, and I'm going to be obliterating stuff. So I'll go for the Moonblast into the, I guess, my Manectric slot. I'm not really too worried about the Yveltal right now. I want the... Or do I want to target down the Yveltal? Because my Manectric's not going to do that much against my team. You know what? I'm going to target down the Yveltal here and just stay getting Volcorona. Like, yeah, I could just Rage Powder Geomancy in just one, but I want to catch the Spore and maybe, like, Solgaleo switching in for Manectric potentially. But it's still fine regardless, because basically Xerneas is doing Xerneas things where we're just sweeping right now with our Xerneas here. Special attack drop, which doesn't really matter. Flamethrower gonna come out, which is fine. Not really doing any damage. Because Manectric's not exactly the strongest Pokemon out there. I'm pretty sure we'll live an attack from the Manectric regardless. We could get Tailwind up here and just go for a Moonblast into the Yveltal. I'm not really scared of the Manectric either. We have Groudon on the back too. We could just go for Tailwind here. Once we get rid of Yveltal, like, the doors kind of opened up for our Groudon. As long as we can get rid of Salamence too, if my opponent brought it. So we're gonna see a Sucker Punch attempt, but I'm not attacking here. Like, I'm not risking that. So I'd rather just Moonblast and get some positioning with our Tailwind. So we'll knock out the Yveltal here. And then we got Tailwind up for our Groudon, which is pretty good. So we're gonna see the Thunderbolt come out into the Volcorona, which we should live. And then Tailwind. Nice. Salamence comes out, we just Moonblast and then the Overheat the Manectric. I mean, I don't see a reason not to make that play. There's not really much my opponent can really do. Solgaleo gonna come out here. Is there a drawback to just going Groudon and protecting? Because I don't think there is. I'm gonna go Groudon here and just protect. The reason I'm gonna make this play is because I could just the following turn, because if Salamence is the last Pokemon like I'm expecting, my opponent's kind of in an awkward spot right here. We get the Drought up, we protect, and now my opponent's in an awkward spot because Groudon gets to click Precipice Blades and my opponent can't do much about it. As Solgaleo protects, trying to scout for the attack from the Volcorona. So we're going to see the Thunderbolt into the Volcorona slot. Now I'd imagine you have to switch out Solgaleo into Salamence if you have it. I'm going to Swords Dance here and get in Xerneas. Yeah. Because if Salamence is in the back, it has to come out here. Match is going to be forfeit. I guess my opponent realizes, oh, I can't really beat down Groudon, Volcorona, plus the Xerneas in the back. I mean, Switcheroo was cool, but, like, it didn't really benefit my opponent. It really didn't benefit my opponent. I just... Scarf Xerneas was still doing damage, regardless, so... yeah, I mean, that's not exactly how I expected it to come out here, but like we were just able to pull out the win just because as I said before, Xerneas was more for just getting rid of Yveltal and Salamence. It wasn't supposed to be the main sweeper. It could have been, but like I'm still really surprised there was no Geomancy. But I mean, there was really no drawback to me just clicking Moonblast and Spore over and over again at that position, because it's like, oh, if you stay in, give me the Choice Scarf on the Xerneas. Cool, I still get to click a Moonblast, and Xerneas is still a threat to your team. And next to Groudon and Volcorona, I'm still in a good position regardless. And it was like, okay, if you switch out, I get a free Spore off in the Yveltal, which means my Groudon could potentially come in and do some work. So that's the main reason why I decided to make the play I did, because like I didn't lose too much and I gained a lot if the play worked out. So that's kind of thing. I just made a good mid-ground play where it's like I just don't lose too much or I gain a lot. So yeah. Otherwise, we were just able to pull through. We were able to position Groudon or Tailwind and just kind of wreck shop. There really isn't much to say about that, but I think we're just going to cut out till we can find the third game, because it's taking quite a while to find our third game. So we'll be right back with the third game of today's episode. Alright, we got a Japanese opponent. 1575 rating as our last opponent of today. Bring a Yveltal. Oh, the Yveltal Dawn team. Okay, we should have a pretty positive matchup. There isn't really much my opponent can do against my team, because my opponent doesn't really have good answers to Groudon, to Xerneas, basically just to a lot of my Pokemon. Really just depends here, because like there's so many Pokemon I could see myself bring here, and I'm not exactly sure what combination I want to go for. I could lead Groudon plus Incineroar. I could lead Did I bring Volcorona here is the question. I am Volcorona just knocks out the Groudon, which isn't too bad. Do I want Incineroar is the question, because like Incineroar is not bad. It's just I'm not exactly sure how useful it is. Oh, because I wanted to deny Sleep Powder, because I feel like if anything, that's like how my opponent can win this game. It's like Sleep Powder. I feel like my opponent can win if I mess up immensely, gonna go Tapu Koko Volcorona with Groudon and Xerneas in the back because I feel like this gives me some options. Yeah, I think this gives me some options, so... Because I'm trying to think like what my opponent could really do here. I'm not sure if you lead Yveltal immediately because I feel like I would lead Xerneas. But I want to try out not leading the Xerneas here. It's Groudon Venusaur, yeah. So this works out for me because I'll be able... Basically, one, I deny the... One, I deny Sleep Powder opportunity into Volcarona. Two, I could probably just gonna Electro Web up here. So yeah, this kind of works out beautifully in my favor. How big is Groudon a threat? Because I kind of want to Electro up Tailwind turn one because I'd be in a really good position if I get it. Of course, if we Sludge Bomb Precipice Blades, I wouldn't be in the best position. But I feel like, you know, you gotta respect the Volcarona Z-move option. So I don't think you would go for it immediately. I think maybe Sludge Bomb Protect here. Or maybe you switch out Groudon and Incineroar trying to absorb the Z-move. So... Oh. That's a new one. Z-move on the Venusaur. Oh no, that's a single target Precipice Blades coming out. Oh, it's in the Volcarona. I don't think this would knock out though. But I lose my Volcarona, which is a shame. I mean, I get Electro Web off into the Venusaur, and then I'm able to get Geo, so I guess it's not the worst case. Because I get to Fire Punch the Venusaur afterward, or I could Swords Dance. We're gonna see Precipice Blades though, and that's gonna knock out both my Pokemon. Unless you Swords Dance here for some reason. Yeah, you Precipice Blades. Oh, Tapu Koko Voids. I mean, I would have been fine getting Groudon Xerneas in, because I'm pretty sure I get to click Swords Dance Geomancy, but that works out pretty good for me. I get to Sky Drop the Venusaur, I think, and attempt to Z with the Groudon. It was a nice call on my opponent's part, but super risky, but I respect it. I'm going to go for the Z move into Groudon and a Sky Drop here, because, yeah, if Incineroar comes in, I get to block a Fake Out. And still get an Overheat off into whatever slot that Groudon wants to do. Yeah, so my opponent maybe not respecting the Z move, or maybe it's a Sylveus Groudon or survives, because I don't think a specially defensive Groudon lives a Z Overheat in the sun. Maybe my opponent doesn't think I'm Overheat, but yeah, I'm Overheat. So let us see if this KOs the Groudon, which I think it very much should. I remember Reshiram. So, I mean, we have less special attack, but this should still nuke the Groudon, I think. Yeah, we just knocked out the Groudon here. And let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. Live and die by the Precipice Blades. Stack attack, okay. Our position still... I mean, my Groudon still kind of wins, even if it's up Trick Room. I mean, I could Whirlwind attempt. I don't think it's worth it though, because he would attack my Volcarona. I'm just gonna overheat the stack attack and see how much it does, because I want to note the damage for the future turns. We'll Sky Drop the Incin and overheat the stack attacker. But how much is it gonna do the stack attack? It should do a decent amount. Oh wow, that almost barely misses the knockout, which is cool. It's a berry on stack attacker. Huh. Unconventional sets. And my opponent got the wrong berry too. Goes for the U-turn into the Volk, which should knock out. Oh, critical hit. That might have mattered actually, because I was like, wait, it's no bug. It's only resisted by half. It's only half, not a quad. Because I thought bug resisted bug, but no, it doesn't actually. Are we gonna see Venusaur come in? Yeah, Venusaur comes in. Stack attack is confused. Gets a Trick Room up, which is okay here. We get to go Groudon here. And I guess this is where it gets interesting. I really just want to go for Precious Blades, because if I knock out Stack Attack, I just win with my, yeah, I win with my Xerneas if I just get rid of Stack Attack. So I'm gonna Precipice Blades and Sky Drop. Even if it's Protect, Stack Attack, and Grass Knot, that's fine too. Because of the fact that I am Bulky Berry. I should live the Grass Knot and then heal up if I'm correct. So yeah, we'll be able to get Precipice Blades off into the Venusaur slot, which does good amount. And Skydrop might actually be able to finish it off as a Sludge Bomb in the top of Coco, which is not what I expected there, as we do get the Skydrop, so Venusaur really won't be doing too much here. And I could Swords Dance this turn, I think. Or I just fire Precipice Blades. Return to Trick Room. Yeah, I Swords Dance here. As it's not a second Incineroar. Oh, that made this game. It's made this game a bit harder. I will be getting a Swords Dance up, but not what I expected. Okay. Doesn't even knock out the Venusaur, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed up. I super messed up. I forgot the sun was still up. I thought the sun faded already. Oh, that was a really bad play, actually. But Venusaur is still faster than my Groudon regardless, so I think it just comes down to, do I hit an attack? I think I'm just gonna Volt Switch to Stack Attacka and protect the Groudon here. I know my Groudon's still faster than the Venusaur, regardless, but like, if I could get a Volt Switch off in the Stack Attacka, that might still be a better win con in the back. Is Gyro gonna come out in the top of Coco? Ooh, reads the... Okay. That was a good play for my opponent. Grass Knot, okay. I thought my opponent was gonna go for Rock Slide flinches in the Groudon for the end game. Okay, Xerneas comes out. I guess this is where it gets interesting, because like, do you Gyro Ball to Xerneas here, or do you go for a I think the play is always just a Geomancy and Precipice Blades. It's the last turn Trick Room, right? I'm worried about Instant coming in, or you're sacking Venusaur to get Instant in so you could fake out Protect. Yeah, I'm worried about that. I only need one of my Pokemon alive to win this game. As long as I live Grass Knot from the Venusaur at this range, which I feel like it's close. I feel like I should. Gyro gonna come out into the Groudon slot though. What? Precipice Blades does connect with the Stack Attacker, which is the target I need to hit. Because as long as I hit the Stack Attack, I'm pretty sure I won the game regardless. That did a lot though for Gyro Ball. Jeez. We are able to knock out Venusaur and Stack Attack. We're able to get Geomancy up, and this game is 100% over. So I kind of played sloppy because I didn't realize that I would Sky Drop and then the Venusaur would be able to move, because I thought the last turn Sun already expired. But we're still able to pick up the win because, like, I guess we had room to. I don't know. I felt like even if both Precipice Blades connected turn 1, I'd still have Groudon, I still have Xerneas, and I feel like I could easily still win with just Swords Dance Geomancy on that turn. So my opponent wouldn't really be able to knock out either one of my Pokemon, and I would have been able to capitalize immensely off just clicking Precipice Blades and Moonblast. Like, it would have been hard for my opponent to actually get into a decent position, I think. As we'll just click Moonblast plus Precipice Blades here. Like, my opponent was coming back, but yeah, I feel like not going for the Rock Slide flinches was the hurting thing. Like, I guess maybe my opponent was going for Precipice Blades misses, but I definitely thought it was going to be a Rock Slide flinch both times, because like that would have probably been able to seal up. Or my opponent could have just protected Venusaur, and even if you don't have Protect Venusaur, you sack Incineroar there, and then Grassland, hope that's enough to KO the Groudon at that range. But yeah, we're able to pull it through. Again, I still think it was possible to win even if we lost both Pokemon on the turn 1, which was a good play from my opponent's side, or either that or my opponent didn't know that Z Overheat. I had Z Overheat, which KOs the Groudon, which could have been a potential option, but either way, still a nice play. But regardless, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019. Back Battles. If you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side stairs of my channel, and all that other good stuff. Otherwise, you can check out my Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You can check out my Patreon if you want to go that extra mile to support me and my channel. Otherwise, you can feel free to leave a like on this video, comment with your friend, and share this video with your friends. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.